The Battle of Plassey, fought in 1757, was a significant event in Indian history. It was a turning point in the struggle between the British East India Company and the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Daulah. The British victory in this battle paved the way for their eventual domination over India. However, there were some individuals who were considered betrayers of the Battle of Plassey. Let us first begin with Mir Zafar, who betrayed the Nawab and his army by withdrawing his troops and not participating in the battle. There were several other individuals who were also accused of betraying the Nawab, including Rai Durlab, a wealthy merchant, and Omi Chand, a wealthy trader.
The English East India Company had already formed as a way to exploit trade with Asia as early as 1600, but it was about to become much more heavily involved in politics and British imperialism. By 1756, the 7 Years' War had broken out between Britain and France. The two countries were in between of an intense imperial struggle, so it's not surprising that the French and the British agents in India lashed out at each other as well. Meanwhile, Siraj-ud-Daulah, the Nawab of Bengal, tried to navigate these murky political waters by aligning with the French allies. But he never realized how many knives were pointed at his back until it was too late. The East India Company was headquartered in Calcutta, which had been granted to them by Alivardi Khan. They had built it into a sizable trading town and even designed a fort to protect their interests there. Siraj tried to target the European companies and reduce their trading privileges. When they refused, he occupied the city. The man who responded to this attack was British Colonel Robert Clive. When he set out to attack Siraj at a village called Plassey, he had only 3,000 men under his command. Meanwhile, Siraj commanded around 50,000 men. However, Clive had a secret weapon. He was in communication with Mir Zafar and other conspirators who longed to topple Siraj.
Mir Shayat Muhammad Jafar was born in Delhi in 1691 as the second son of the seven sons and 8 daughters of Shayat Ahmad Najafi, that is Mir Mirab. Mir Shayat Jafar Ali Khan Bahadur as the commander-in-chief or military general who reigned as the first dependent Nawab of Bengal of the British East India Company. His reign has been considered by many historians as the start of the expansion of British control of the Indian subcontinent in Indian history and a key step in the eventual British domination of vast areas of pre-partition India. Mir Jafar served as the commander of the Bengali army under Siraj-ud-Daulah, but betrayed him during the Battle of Plassey and ascended to the Musnad after the British victory in 1757. Mir Jafar received military support from the East India Company until 1760, where he failed to satisfy various British commands. In 1758, Robert Clive discovered that Jafar had made a treaty with the Dutch East India Company at Chin Surha through his agent Khoja Wajid. Dutch ships of the line were also seen in the river Hooghly. Jafar's dispute with the British eventually led to the Battle of Chin Surha. British Company official Henry Vansittart proposed that since Jafar was unable Qasim Jafar's son-in-law should act as deputy subhadar. In October 1760, the company forced him to abdicate in favor of Qasim.
During the Battle of Plassey in 1757, Raidullah played a key role in supporting the British East India Company. He supplied the company with troops, horses, and other resources, and his support was crucial to the British victory. Raidullah's decision to support the British was likely motivated by a number of factors, including his own financial interest and his desire to protect his position of influence in the region. Homichund had long been resident at Calcutta, where he had acquired a large fortune by providing the investment for the British East India Company and also by acting as intermediary between the English and the local court at Murshidabad. On the recapture of Calcutta, he was sent by Robert Clive to accompany Watts as the agent at Murshidabad. It seems to have been through his influence that the Nawab gave rectulent consent to Clive's attack on Chandannagar. Later, when the treaty with Mir Jafar was being negotiated circa 1757, he put in a claim for 5% on all of the treasure to be recovered under the threat of disclosing the plot.
As conclusion, we can say that the Battle of Plassey would serve as the launchpad for the British Empire in India. For the next 190 years, the British Empire would make massive economic gains through policies that were harsh. These gains would fuel the geopolitical map of the British Empire. It encouraged mutiny and revolt amongst the Indian people, leading to many tragic situations. While the empire would be remembered for its negative and oppressive approach, it left behind a rich legacy of educational system, judicial and political framework, and industrial capabilities. Thank you.